Okay, so now you'll have all of the doors created, all of the windows. You'll notice in the previous video that I just got to sort of only cut out this part of the main, these windows on the front of our model, which are, sorry, here. And they go around this side as well. Now these windows, they kind of go up all the way higher than I've got to so far in the model for the walls anyway. So what I'd suggest doing is kind of leaving that until we have all of the walls to work with, because otherwise it's just going to make life a bit more difficult for us. So yeah, we'll leave that like that for now. So we need to continue extruding up because we are only really at this point just above these main windows and doors, the line here, and we need to go up to, the top of this sloped roof, and then beyond that we need to go to the top of this sloped roof on that side. So 2 more extrusions upwards really. Now selecting polygons, so so before we had the trick where if you hold shift and go to the polygon next to it, you would select the whole like ring, but notice how that doesn't go around all of the top polygons. So, that it's not going to work in that way, which makes it quite difficult to select all of those top ones. So what I'm going to do is just come out here and go to a side view. This is actually the front view, but that's fine. So it's an elevation view. I'm going to marquee select this top sort of selection of polygons there, right? So if I go back to my perspective view, I can see that it has selected all those top polygons, but also these ones down the side here. Now a quick way to just get rid of those is just, I'll push grow again. You've got this grow and shrink in terms of your selection, which makes it easy to, if I wanted to add more to my selection, I can click grow and it'll go downwards. But if I want to get rid of some, I can just do shrink. And then I've just got then that top row of polygons selected nice and quickly and easily. Great, so I now need my Extrude tool again. I'm actually going to get the settings dialog so I can be a bit more specific. Move it there so you can see it. And yeah, again, we are extruding to the top of that sloped roof there. So let's crank this up. Again, we don't have the side elevations in at the moment, so we're just working by eye. So that would be about fine by the looks of things, maybe a little bit more. All right, and then I'm going to extrude up again to what would be the top of the next roof, and that is probably about double, maybe a bit less. I'm going to drop that down slightly. Okay, right. So now it's kind of looking a bit weird because we need these slopes to come in. So how are we going to go about doing that? This is what we're going to do. We're going to use a tool called Quick Slice. So if I select my model and I scroll down here, you can see this one called Quick Slice. Quick Slice I would not recommend doing in the perspective view. You'll see why soon. So again, you want to come to this front view because this is where those slopes to those roofs are going to be. Just for demonstration of Quick Slice, you'll see that if I click once over here, I'm not clicking, I just clicked once, and now see how that's slicing through the model, depending on where my mouse moves. If I were to click again, that would create edges through the entire model, as you can see has happened there. Sort of sliced all the way through, as if someone got, like a huge knife and just sliced that all the way through the model. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to undo that. But we need to obviously, line that up a bit nicer. So let's look at where we are. So this again is why we have all these. We're not just extruding from bottom right to the top. We want to do it in sections so that we have these horizontal edges here. So yeah, we know that that line there is the start of the slope of the roof, which on this reference is there. Turn Quick Slice off for now. So it's there. You can also click it so you can see it will be highlighted in this view here. And we're going to come up to, it's going to be here. So when I can see it in this top view there, I can see where that edge is going to be. So let's bring this view back up a bit larger. So I know I essentially want to go from here, this point there, up to that point there, because that's the top of that left-hand roof. Right, so great, we know where we need to go. So I'm going to find my quick slice again. Lost it now. There we are. And I'm going to go from there. And then I want that red line to go to pass through that point there. So see, that's now crossing through there. So if I come back to here again, I can see that that slope is exactly from the point to the point that I wanted it to be. Okay, it does extend over into that other side roof, but don't worry too much about that for now. Now that might take you a few goes to get right. If it does, if you come back to this again, you think, oh damn, that didn't match up. Control Z, undo it, and try again until you get that right. Okay, now we're going to do the same for the other side. So turn quick slice off for now. Come up to here. So again, if I look at my reference image, it starts sloping from like the same place, but it's just a steeper slope up there, or not steeper, but it's a further distance. So let's get quick slice again. And so I'm going from this same point over here, but this time, so I can see where it's selected there. It's going up to the top, which is going to be there. Turn quick slice off. All right. So I've got the slope from that point to that point, perfect. That point to that point, great. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, that might take you a few goes to do. From here, I then want to, again, we're using this view a lot here. We're just going to select all the polygons that are above, this line. Being careful not to go beyond that one. And just delete them. Don't need those anymore. Delete those. Delete those. And hopefully I haven't gone too far. Let's go back to here. Okay, that's fine. I've lost some polygons there, but we can fix those. There's a few leftover ones there. Is that right? Yes, I want to get rid of those. Get rid of those. That wants to stay. We can patch that up in a minute. Let's just go back to the other side. Okay, now we've got this slope here, so I can get rid of all those, get rid of that. And hopefully you can see how this makes sense. It's probably the most fiddly bit of the whole process of this particular building. And that's fine. So we've got those sloped roofs now, as you can see. Lovely. See, I've got some broken bits here. So it's going to go back to my edge tool. So select that edge and that edge there, and I can use the bridge tool that we've used before to just patch that up. Same over here. Bridge those to patch that up. Same over here. Bridge those to patch that up. So obviously this quick slice is very good for these sloped roofs, but outside of that you wouldn't really need to use it. Okay, brill. Obviously you may have picked up on the issue that we can now see down into these walls, but that doesn't really matter. If you really wanted, you could go through, I selected those and bridge and go around the whole thing bridging, but that would kind of be a bit of a waste of time because ultimately the roof is going to go onto here and that's going to kind of cover that up. So, it is not a major issue moving forward. So that's it. That's getting the sloped roofs done, and that's all I'm going to do for now because that is a real tricky process. May well take you some time or a few goes to do it. So Make sure you have like a backup save ready just in case it all goes wrong and you need to go back, things like that. But hopefully you'll get there in the end. When you get to this point, be ready to move on.